Remember that dirty communist who ran against Spencer Pratt and Karen Bass for the mayorship of LA? Nobody even knew her name. It's Nikki Rahman. That's not even how you pronounce it, but I refuse to learn because she's so irrelevant. She polled in the single digits. She bombed at the debate. She's a socialist. She wasn't born in California. She wasn't even born in America. She went to an elitist East Coast school. And her biggest claim to fame was that she hired paid actors and actresses to hold her signs behind her at a rally because she had such little support. She lost on election night. This is her sobbing on election night because she lost in a statistically insurmountable blowout. She wept and cried. Listen to her babbling and blubbering. She's literally shaking. Look at her hand.
Los Angeles is the most magical city in the entire world.
Okay, great. Good luck in the homeless encampments that you will now live in because you're out of a job, obviously, because on election day, mail-in voting showed that you were getting beat by Spencer Pratt. Mail-ins arriving before election day. Rahman was getting 20%. Bass was getting 38%. Spencer Pratt, and Republicans don't like mailing in their votes, but he was getting 27%. So this is a trend that obviously has held. Los Angeles votes counted on election day. Look at this. The last one was mail-in votes. Here's Spencer Pratt got 30%. Karen Bass got 34%. I don't think anybody's arguing that Karen Bass didn't get slightly more votes than Spencer Pratt. She's the incumbent, after all, in a Democrat city where Democrats outnumber Republicans 5-1. But Spencer Pratt blew out Nikki Rahman. And I want to talk to you about the law of averages. The law of averages states that the frequency of a certain event will eventually even out and align with underlying probability over a period of time, meaning that even if you kept counting the votes, given the fact that this statistical breakdown represented hundreds of thousands of votes, the majority of votes were counted there on election day, you would expect that maybe there'd be some slight fluctuations, but that these averages would just remain. And Nikki Rahman would, of course, lose. And that's why she was crying on election day, because she saw how badly she lost. But it turns out something's magical in California. It is magical. Nikki Rahman's correct. Votes counted since election day. Nikki Rahman did 40%, actually beating out Karen Bass, the incumbent Democrat. She did twice as much as Spencer Pratt. This is not normal stuff at all. This defies the laws of averages. This defies statistical probability. Mail-ins arriving after election day. Nikki Rahman does nearly 40% of the mail-in, a 17% surge in mail-ins after election day. Bass is 34%. Pratt is down 9%, only 19. So wait a second. This is something that not only does it not make sense for any human being that's just watching this, whether you care about campaign semantics. She couldn't get anybody at her parties. Nobody was supporting her. She had no support at all. Nobody knew her name. Nobody cared. Nobody voted for her on election day. She lost landslides. She was crying and blubbering. But also, it's statistically unfathomable because it's never happened in history before. ChatGPT can't find a single example of a third-place candidate surging after election day to overtake the second place. It couldn't find one example in all of American history. That's what's happening right now with Nikki Rahman and Spencer Pratt. Los Angeles is a third world hellscape. Look at this ChatGPT. I really think this is the smoking gun. It's not surprising that Democrats would outperform in mail-in ballots. Nobody was saying that Spencer Pratt would win all the mail-in ballots and win forever. We were just saying he needed to make the runoff, and obviously he's far more popular than Nikki Rahman. But it makes zero sense that Rahman would dramatically outperform Bass. Look at some of the data here. I mean, here's an LA resident, Zach Peter, who has his own podcast and show. Honestly, I don't know how Nikki Rahman can accept this with any integrity. Nobody knew who she was. Nobody cared about her failed policies. She was in dead third on election. She was in tears accepting her fate. And suddenly, magic ballot drops days after. Look at these. Look at this. The green line, of course, is Nikki Rahman's ballots. This is, of course, election night right here. You can see the breakdown. And this, of course, by the way, is aligned with the polling that always showed Nikki Rahman behind. Nikki Rahman then surged and skyrocketed. You can see it right here. You can see it. This is the steal right there. That's the steal. Look at this. Percentages. Raman closes Pratt. This is the percentages of late-breaking ballots and how they go towards the candidates. I wonder what they're doing here. Pink, of course, is Spencer Pratt. Nikki Raman is green. I'm not trying to get political. LA is where I live. And I'm here to tell you there's a 0.0% chance that these results are legit. Nikki Raman has no base. Nobody knew who she was until Spencer Pratt torched her on the debate stage. She gave a concession speech on Tuesday. I really hope the feds look into this. Again, these ballot drops are obscene. Nikki Raman gets 40% of all of the votes. Now she's down only 7,000 votes. Spencer Pratt is sitting here saying, me trying to figure out how votes get counted in LA. Going viral on this one. 5 million views, 14,000 reposts, 118,000 likes. This is a fair assessment. Bass's growth fell and Raman's is exploding suddenly the instant the latter needed an opportunity to lock out a Republican. This directly lagged suspicious trading activity, by the way, on the betting markets. Mail-in ballots received before Election Day, 20% Raman. Mail-in ballots received after Election Day, 40% Raman. Does Raman believe that this is fraud? Oh, wait, she already gave a concession speech. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Cumulative vote totals. This is election night. Here's election night. This is her concession speech. And then something absolute, like out of nowhere. Also, by the way, this is very interesting. We're supposed to believe that the LA primaries had a 36% turnout spike from 2022. Yeah, I don't buy it. There's been a mass exodus of people out of LA. And they're only growing in size because of illegal immigrants. And this is out of sheer excitement for Karen Bass or Nikki Raman. No, sorry. Wait until they see how many voters you got. And then they do a late night ballot dump until you finish third. Yeah, everyone's just saying it. Here are the, this is where it stands right now. Spencer Pratt within a single point of Nikki Raman. This is footage of the guy delivering all the ballots. We caught him. We got the guy delivering all the ballots. Well, Spencer Pratt just broke the internet with this post that was posted just a few minutes ago saying, remember everyone, we are still in the lead and we've got all the way till July 6th to keep counting. They're not the only ones who know where to find votes. Well. Spencer, what are you saying here? And he posts a photo of Nikki Raman crying. They're not the only ones who know where to find votes. So this is Spencer Pratt's first time taking this on directly. What is he saying? Is he saying that they have a break the glass contingency here? Are you saying that they're going to, that Spencer Pratt has figured this out? And that he has got some way to outrank the fraud? They're not the only ones who know where to find votes. Yo. That's a very interesting post. People are saying it's all but over. I'm still holding out hope. Daily update. The day started at 71% expected votes in. Tonight, 77.7% expected votes in. Spencer Pratt is within, Nikki Raman's within 1 point of Spencer Pratt. Stolen right before your very eyes. Shut up and accept democracy, plebs. There's a reason why Donald Trump is furious about this. Donald Trump has stormed out of an interview, actually, on NBC.
What they did to the
talking about California.
And I listened. The election was rigged. It was a dirty election. And it's happening again right now in California.
Presented evidence.
It's happening right now in California.
We just presented evidence.
Now it's look at what's happening in California.
To that?
It's
the
4
Republicans
days.
Are doing well in
California. It's no, they're not. They're dropping fast because it's a rigged election. Right. Let me tell you, it's 4 days. And they aren't even close to coming up with it.
You
know why they're doing that? Because they're cheating on the election.
Do you have evidence to support
all
that?
I have to do is look. All I have to do is look.
There's tons. I mean, let somebody at NBC explain this. Trump ended up walking off the set and crushing their microphone at the same time. So Trump ripped his mic off.
Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat in the rain with you.
I know.
I've sat in the rain with you for an hour, on and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time.
Listen, we traveled all the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
Oh, look at that. Trump smashes their mic as he walks off. Pray for Spencer Pratt. I hope there is something. He says we're not the only ones who know how to find votes. I hope there is something. I really do. We're still praying, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think will end up happening here? Let me know in the comment section. Don't be a doomer. Hold out hope.